What if everything you've been told about reality is a lie? What if the life you're living right now, the struggles, the limitations, the endless grind, isn't set in stone but a story you've been programmed to believe? Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what if you had the power to rewrite that story while you sleep? Not through hard work, not through endless hustle, but by tapping into a hidden force within you, a force so potent it can reshape your thoughts, your emotions, and your entire reality. That force is your subconscious mind, and tonight you're going to discover how to harness it. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could be the key to unlocking a life of limitless possibility. Welcome to Reprogram Your Subconscious While You Sleep, a journey unlike any other. This isn't just a video. It's a portal to a new way of being, a way to break free from the invisible chains of limiting beliefs, self-doubt, and societal conditioning. I'm here to guide you, not as a guru, but as a fellow traveler who's uncovered a truth so profound it's been hidden in plain sight for centuries. Chapter 1: The Hidden Power Within You. This truth has been whispered in ancient texts, validated by modern science, and lived by those who've dared to dream beyond the ordinary. And now, it's your turn to claim it. You see, your subconscious mind is like the unseen architect of your reality. It's the silent force that shapes your thoughts, your habits, and your destiny while you're busy living your waking life. Scientists estimate that 95% of your daily decisions, your reactions, your choices, even your emotions, are driven by this hidden powerhouse. Yet most of us have no idea how to access it, let alone reprogram it. That ends tonight. Let's start with a story about you. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted ocean. The waves crash against the shore, each one carrying whispers of your dreams, your fears, and your untapped potential. For years, you've stood on this shore, told by the world that the ocean is too deep, too wild, too dangerous to explore. Society, your upbringing, even your own doubts have built a wall between you and the infinite possibilities that lie beyond. But what if that wall was an illusion? What if the ocean wasn't a barrier, but a canvas? A canvas where you could paint the life you've always dreamed of. This ocean is your subconscious mind. It's vast, mysterious, and infinitely powerful. Ancient philosophers like Plato spoke of the mind as a divine spark, a connection to the eternal. Mystics across cultures, from the shamans of the Amazon to the sages of the Himalayas, believed the subconscious was a gateway to higher truths. And now, modern science is catching up. Neuroscientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza have shown that the subconscious can be rewired to heal the body, transform emotions, and even attract new opportunities through a process called neuroplasticity. Your brain, it turns out, is not a fixed machine, but a living, adaptable masterpiece waiting for you to take the reins. Here's the truth that changes everything. You are the hero of this story, not someone else, not a celebrity, not a guru, not a distant figure on a pedestal. You, right now, sitting there, listening to these words, you hold the power to reshape your reality. Your subconscious is like a cosmic projector, beaming out the images, beliefs, and emotions that create the world you experience. And the best part? You don't need to be a scientist or a mystic to control it. You don't need years of meditation or a PhD in neuroscience. All you need is the courage to take the first step and the tools to guide you. That's what this journey is about. Think of your subconscious as a garden. Right now, it might be overgrown with weeds, old fears, doubts, or limiting beliefs planted by past experiences. But you're not a victim of that garden. You're the gardener. And tonight, while you sleep, you can begin to plant new seeds, seeds of confidence, abundance, and purpose. By the time you wake, those seeds will have taken root, ready to grow into a life that feels like magic. Let's start with something you can do right now as you listen to feel the power of your subconscious. This is your first step on this journey, and it's simple, sensory, and transformative. I call it the breath of intention. The breath of intention. Find a comfortable position, whether you're lying down, sitting, or even walking. Close your eyes if it feels safe, or soften your gaze. Now take a deep breath in through your nose, imagining a warm golden light filling your chest. This light is your intention, your desire for change. As you exhale through your mouth, picture any doubt, fear, or heaviness leaving your body like dark smoke, dissolving into the air. Repeat this for 3 breaths. With each inhale, feel the golden light growing brighter, filling every cell of your being with possibility. With each exhale, release one specific limiting thought. Maybe it's, "I'm not enough," or "I'll never succeed." Name it, see it, and let it go. Now, on your final breath, set an intention. Whisper it in your mind, "I am open to reprogramming my subconscious. I am ready to create my reality." Feel the words vibrate through you, like a tuning fork aligning your entire being with your deepest desires. How did that feel? Did you notice a shift, even a small one? That tingling in your chest, that lightness in your shoulders? That's your subconscious responding. That's the first crack in the wall of limitation. This simple practice is like a key, unlocking the door to your inner world. And the best part, you can do it anytime, especially as you drift off to sleep, to prime your subconscious for transformation. Why does something as simple as a breath work so powerfully? Science tells us that deep intentional breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the mind and creating a state where the subconscious is more receptive to new ideas. Studies from institutions like Harvard Medical School show that practices like this can reduce stress hormones and enhance neuroplasticity, allowing your brain to form new pathways. But there's more to it than science alone. Ancient yogis and mystics knew that breath is the bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. In Sanskrit, the word for breath, prana, means life force. When you breathe with intention, you're not just oxygenating your body, you're channeling the energy of creation itself. You're telling the universe, "I am ready to rewrite my story." This is just the beginning. You've taken your first step into the ocean of your subconscious, and already you're starting to feel its power. In the chapters ahead, we'll dive deeper, uncovering the secrets of how your subconscious shapes your reality, exploring ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science, and giving you tools to reprogram your mind while you sleep. You're not just watching a video, you're embarking on a journey to become the architect of your destiny. Before we move on, let's make a pact. Commit to yourself right now that you'll show up for this journey, not for me, not for anyone else, but for you, the hero who's ready to claim their power. Take a moment to feel that commitment. Picture it as a spark in your heart, growing brighter with every breath. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the hidden mechanics of your subconscious, how it's been programmed by the world around you, and how you can take back control. You'll learn a second powerful practice to start rewiring your mind tonight. Are you ready to dive deeper? Chapter 2, The Code of Your Reality. You've taken your first step into the ocean of your subconscious, and already you're feeling the ripples of its power. That spark you ignited in Chapter 1, that commitment to rewrite your story, is glowing brighter. But to truly harness the potential of your subconscious, you need to understand how it works, how it's been shaped, how it shapes you, and how you can take back the reins. This chapter is about cracking the code of your reality, peeling back the layers of conditioning to reveal the truth. Your subconscious is a programmable masterpiece, and you hold the key. Let's begin with a question. Have you ever wondered why you react the way you do? Why certain situations trigger fear, doubt, or frustration, even when you know better? Why you might dream of success but find yourself stuck in the same patterns? The answer lies in the invisible script running in the background of your mind. Your subconscious is like a supercomputer, programmed from the moment you were born, maybe even before. Every experience, every word, every fleeting moment of praise or criticism has left a mark, writing lines of code that dictate how you see yourself and the world. Think of it like this: your reality is a movie, and your subconscious is the director, the scriptwriter, and the projector, all at once. The scenes you live out, your relationships, your career, your sense of self, are projections of the beliefs stored deep within. But here's the catch: most of that script wasn't written by you. It was written by your parents, your teachers, the media, the culture you grew up in. As a child, your mind was like a sponge, soaking up every message without question. You're not good enough. Money is hard to come by. Don't take risks. These phrases, spoken or implied, became the building blocks of your reality. Ancient wisdom has long hinted at this. In the Upanishads, sacred texts from ancient India, the mind is described as a chariot, pulled by the horses of thought and emotion, with the subconscious as the driver. If the driver is untrained, the chariot veers off course. Modern science backs this up. Psychologists like Dr. Bruce Lipton, a pioneer in epigenetics, have shown that early childhood experiences shape neural pathways that govern our behavior for life. Unless we intervene, your subconscious doesn't just store memories, it creates a blueprint for how you perceive reality. And the most incredible part, that blueprint can be rewritten. Let's make this real with a story. Imagine a woman named Maya. Growing up, Maya's parents praised her for being practical, but scolded her for dreaming too big. Don't aim too high, they'd say, you'll only get hurt. Those words sank deep, embedding a belief in her subconscious: big dreams are dangerous. As an adult, Maya found herself stuck in a safe but unfulfilling job, watching others chase their passions while she felt paralyzed. Every time she thought about taking a leap, a wave of fear would stop her cold. That fear wasn't logic, it was her subconscious replaying the old script. But Maya discovered something transformative. She could rewrite that script. She began to notice the thoughts and feelings that surfaced when she dreamed big. Instead of pushing them away, she leaned into them, questioning their origins. She started feeding her subconscious new messages: affirmations of courage, stories of possibility, and moments of gratitude for her own strength. Slowly, the fear faded, and Maya took her first steps toward a life that lit her up. She became the hero of her own story, and so can you. You are not a prisoner of your past. Your subconscious may have been programmed by others, but you are the programmer now. Your reality isn't fixed. It's fluid, like a river carving new paths through a canyon. Every thought, every emotion, every choice you make is a chance to redirect that flow. And the most powerful time to do this? When you sleep. During sleep, your conscious mind steps aside, leaving your subconscious wide open to new instructions. This is why we're here, to give you the tools to plant new seeds in that fertile ground. Let's dive into your second practice, something you can do tonight to start reshaping your subconscious. I call it the anchor of belief. This practice is designed to embed a new empowering belief into your mind, using the power of repetition and emotion to make it stick. The anchor of belief. Before you go to bed, find a quiet space where you feel safe and relaxed. Take a small object, something simple like a smooth stone, a piece of jewelry, or even a folded piece of paper. This will be your anchor, a physical reminder of the new belief you're planting. Hold it in your hand and close your eyes. Now choose one empowering belief you want to embed in your subconscious. Make it specific and positive, like I am worthy of abundance, or I trust myself to create my dream life. Say this belief out loud, feeling the weight of the anchor in your hand. As you speak, imagine the words sinking into your heart like rain soaking into the earth. Picture the belief as a glowing seed planting itself deep in your subconscious. Repeat the belief 5 times, each time with more conviction. Feel the emotion behind it. Let joy, confidence, or peace wash over you. Then place the anchor somewhere you'll see it when you wake up, like your bedside table. As you drift off to sleep, hold the image of that glowing seed in your mind, trusting that your subconscious is already beginning to nurture it. When you wake up, touch the anchor and repeat the belief once more. This creates a bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind, reinforcing the new script. Do this every night for a week and notice how your thoughts, feelings, and even actions begin to align with this belief. How does that feel? Simple, right? But don't let its simplicity fool you. This practice works because it combines emotion, repetition, and a physical trigger. 3 key elements that speak directly to your subconscious. Neuroscientists call this Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together, wire together. When you pair a belief with strong emotion and a physical anchor, you're literally rewiring your brain. Ancient traditions knew this too. Think of prayer beads or talismans used in rituals to focus intention. You're tapping into a universal principle, one that bridges science and spirituality. Let's talk about why this matters. Your subconscious doesn't just respond to words. It responds to feelings. Emotions are the language of the subconscious, like music that sets the tone of your inner world. When you were a child, the emotions tied to certain experiences, fear, shame, or joy, cemented beliefs in place. That's why a single harsh word from a teacher could make you doubt your intelligence for years. But the same principle works in reverse. By infusing positive beliefs with vivid emotions, you can overwrite those old scripts. Studies from the field of positive psychology, like those by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, show that positive emotions broaden your perspective and build new neural pathways. When you feel joy, gratitude, or confidence, your brain becomes more receptive to change. Mystics have known this for centuries. Think of the ecstatic dances of Sufi mystics or the gratitude rituals of indigenous shamans. They understood that emotion is a key that unlocks the subconscious. Here's where it gets exciting. You don't have to wait for life to give you permission to feel these emotions. You can create them right now. That's what the anchor of belief does. It gives you a tool to generate the feelings that rewire your reality. You're not just thinking about a better life, you're feeling it, embodying it, and programming it into your subconscious. Let's revisit Maya for a moment. When she started using a practice like the anchor of belief, she chose the belief, I am bold enough to chase my dreams. She used a small crystal as her anchor, holding it every night as she repeated her belief with conviction. She imagined herself stepping into a life of courage, feeling the thrill of possibility in her chest. Within weeks, she noticed a shift. Opportunities she'd once ignored, like a chance to start her own business, began to feel within reach. Her subconscious was no longer whispering, "It's too risky." It was shouting, "You've got this. You can create that shift too." Your subconscious is always listening, especially when you sleep. Every night is a chance to rewrite the code of your reality, to replace fear with courage, doubt with confidence, scarcity with abundance. You're not just a passenger in your life. You're the driver, the artist, the creator. This chapter has given you the blueprint. Your subconscious is a programmable force shaped by the past but moldable by you. You've learned how it was written, why it matters, and how to start rewriting it with the anchor of belief. In the next chapter, we'll explore the science and magic of sleep itself, why it's the perfect time to reprogram your mind, and how to use it to amplify your transformation. You'll get a third practice, one that turns your dreams into a workshop for your subconscious. Before we move on, take a moment to feel the power of what you've learned. You're not the same person you were at the start of this chapter. You're holding a key, a spark, a seed. Picture it glowing brighter, ready to light up the path ahead. Are you ready to dive deeper into the magic of your mind? Chapter 3, The Magic of Sleep. You're standing at the edge of a new frontier, holding the tools to rewrite the script of your reality. In the last chapter, you discovered how your subconscious acts like a supercomputer, running a code shaped by your past but ready for you to reprogram. Now, we're diving into the most powerful time to do that reprogramming, when you sleep. Sleep isn't just a break from the world, it's a sacred space, a workshop where your subconscious weaves the fabric of your reality. This chapter will show you why sleep is your greatest ally and how to harness its magic to transform your life. Let's start with a bold idea. What if sleep is the key to unlocking your deepest potential? Most of us think of sleep as downtime, a necessary pause to recharge. But what if it's more than that? What if, while your body rests, your subconscious is wide awake, ready to receive new instructions, reshape old beliefs, and create a reality that aligns with your dreams? This isn't just a poetic idea. It's grounded in both ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science. Picture your mind as a vast library filled with shelves of memories, beliefs, and emotions. During the day, your conscious mind is like a librarian, sorting through the books, deciding which ones to pull off the shelf. But when you sleep, the library doors swing wide open and your subconscious takes over. It doesn't judge, it doesn't argue, it simply processes, organizes, and creates. This is why dreams can feel so vivid, so real. They're the language of your subconscious, speaking in symbols, emotions, and possibilities. Ancient cultures revered sleep as a divine portal. The Greeks believed dreams were messages from the gods, delivered through the temple of Hypnos, the god of sleep. In Egyptian mythology, sleep was a journey to the underworld where the soul could connect with higher truths. Even today, indigenous cultures like the Aboriginal people of Australia view dreams as a bridge to the dream time, a timeless realm where creation happens. These traditions understood something we're only now rediscovering. Sleep is when your subconscious is most open to change. Science confirms this. During sleep, your brain cycles through stages, including REM, rapid eye movement, and deep sleep, each playing a role in processing emotions, consolidating memories, and rewiring neural pathways. Neuroscientists like Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, have shown that during REM sleep, your brain integrates new information and strengthens neural connections based on the day's experiences. This is why you often wake up with a fresh perspective on a problem. It's your subconscious at work, reshaping your reality while you rest. But here's the game changer. You can influence what your subconscious processes during sleep. By feeding it the right thoughts, emotions, and intentions before you drift off, you can guide the work it does. Think of sleep as a nightly reset, a chance to clear out old limiting patterns and install new empowering ones. Your subconscious is like a master artist painting the canvas of your reality while you sleep. All you need to do is give it the right colors to work with. Let's make this personal. Imagine you're carrying a heavy backpack filled with doubts, fears, and old stories about who you are. Every night when you sleep, your subconscious opens that backpack and decides what to keep, what to toss, and what to add. Most of us leave this process to chance, letting the day's stress or negativity fill the bag. But you're different. You're here because you want to choose what goes into that backpack. You want to fill it with confidence, purpose, and possibility. And tonight, you're going to learn how. This brings us to your third practice, a powerful ritual to prepare your subconscious for transformation while you sleep. I call it the Dream Weaver visualization. This practice uses the moments before sleep, when your brain is in a theta state, a highly receptive frequency, to plant new seeds in your subconscious. The Dream Weaver visualization. As you lie in bed, ready to sleep, close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths. With each breath, feel your body soften, as if you're sinking into a warm, comforting cloud. Now, picture yourself standing in a serene, moonlit meadow. The air is cool, the stars above are bright, and a gentle breeze carries the scent of wildflowers. In this meadow, there's a glowing loom, shimmering with silver light. This is the loom of your subconscious, where your reality is woven. Approach the loom and notice the threads already there. Some are dark, tangled, representing old fears or limiting beliefs. With a gentle hand, imagine pulling those threads free, letting them dissolve into the night air. Now, pick up a new thread, glowing with golden light. This thread represents a dream, a goal, or a belief you want to weave into your reality. Maybe it's, I am confident and capable, or I attract abundance effortlessly. As you thread this golden strand into the loom, see it weaving into a beautiful pattern, glowing brighter with each pass. Feel the emotion of this new reality, joy, excitement, peace flooding your heart. Speak your intentions softly in your mind, repeating it 3 times. This is my reality. This is my truth. Picture the loom working through the night, weaving this new thread into the fabric of your life. As you drift off to sleep, hold this image in your mind. Trust that your subconscious is taking over, weaving this new reality while you rest. When you wake, take a moment to recall any dreams or feelings. Even if you don't remember specifics, know that your subconscious has been at work, strengthening that golden thread. This practice is powerful because it leverages the theta brainwave state, which occurs just before sleep and during light sleep. Neuroscience shows that theta waves are associated with creativity, intuition, and deep learning. In this state, your subconscious is like a sponge, soaking up the images and emotions you feed it. Ancient shamans used similar visualizations in rituals to connect with the spirit world, knowing that the mind is most malleable in these liminal moments. Let's talk about why this works so well. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. It responds to what you focus on with emotion. When you visualize a new reality with vivid detail and strong feeling, your subconscious accepts it as true. Studies from the University of Chicago have shown that visualization can enhance performance in everything from sports to public speaking by rewiring neural pathways. Olympic athletes use this technique to pre-experience success, and you can use it to pre-experience the life you want. Here's a story to bring this to life. Meet Alex, a man who felt trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. He wanted to start a creative business, but was paralyzed by the fear of failure. Every night he'd lie awake, worrying about what could go wrong. Then he started using a visualization like the dream weaver. He imagined himself confidently pitching his ideas, seeing his business thrive, feeling the pride of success. He paired this with the affirmation, "I am a bold creator." Over weeks, his dreams began to reflect this new reality, vivid scenes of achievement and joy. Soon, Alex noticed a shift. He started taking action, pitching ideas with ease, and within months, his business was off the ground. His subconscious had woven a new reality, all while he slept. You can do this too. Your sleep is a sacred time, a blank canvas for your subconscious to paint. Every night, you have the chance to let go of old patterns and weave new ones. You're not just resting, you're creating. You're not just dreaming, you're designing. Let's tie this to the bigger picture. The practices you've learned so far, the breath of intention, the anchor of belief, and now the dream weaver visualization are building a foundation. They're teaching your subconscious to listen to you, to trust your vision, to align with your deepest desires. Each practice is a step deeper into the ocean of your mind, where the currents of possibility flow freely. Before we move on, take a moment to feel the power of this moment. You're not just learning, you're becoming. You're stepping into your role as the weaver of your reality, the architect of your dreams. Picture that moonlit meadow, that glowing loom, and know that every night is a chance to create something extraordinary. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to clear the weeds from your subconscious garden, those old beliefs and emotional blocks that hold you back. You'll learn a fourth practice to release what no longer serves you, making space for the life you're meant to live. Are you ready to keep weaving? Chapter 4, Clearing the Weeds of Your Mind. You're now 3 steps into this transformative journey, wielding the power to shape your subconscious with intention, belief, and the magic of sleep. You've learned to breathe in possibility, anchor new beliefs, and weave your dreams into reality. But even the most fertile garden can't thrive if it's choked with weeds. Those weeds are the old limiting beliefs, emotional scars, and hidden fears that linger in your subconscious, quietly sabotaging your progress. This chapter is about clearing those weeds, making space for the vibrant life you're creating. You're not just pruning the past, you're reclaiming your power to grow. Let's start with a truth that might sting but sets you free. Your subconscious is holding on to things you don't even realize. Maybe it's a childhood memory of being told you're not good enough. Maybe it's a heartbreak that left you afraid to trust. Or maybe it's a subtle nagging belief that success is for other people. These aren't just thoughts, they're emotional anchors rooted deep in your subconscious, shaping how you see yourself and the world. They're the weeds that choke your potential, and it's time to pull them out. Think of your subconscious as a vast, ancient forest. Some parts are lush and thriving, filled with the seeds of your dreams. But other parts are tangled with overgrown vines, fears, doubts, and old stories that keep you stuck. These vines didn't grow overnight. They were planted by moments of pain, rejection, or failure, often when you were too young to question them. The good news? You're not a victim of this forest, you're its caretaker, and you have the power to clear the overgrowth and let the sunlight in. Ancient wisdom has always understood the need to release what no longer serves us. In Buddhist teachings, letting go is central to liberation. Clinging to old pain is like carrying a heavy stone that weighs down your soul. The Stoics of ancient Greece, like Marcus Aurelius, taught that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond, freeing ourselves from the chains of the past. Modern science echoes this. Psychologists like Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, author of The Body Keeps the Score, have shown that unresolved emotions and traumas are stored in the body and mind, influencing our behavior until we release them. Your subconscious holds these imprints, but it's also ready to let them go if you show it how. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Sarah, a woman who always felt unworthy of love. As a child, her parents were distant, and she internalized the belief that she wasn't enough. As an adult, she sabotaged every relationship, pushing people away before they could hurt her. Deep down, her subconscious was replaying that old story, "I'm unlovable." But Sarah decided to change the narrative. she started to practice to release those old emotions, and slowly she noticed a shift. She began to feel lighter, more open, and soon she attracted healthier relationships. Sarah didn't just clear the weeds, she transformed her forest into a thriving sanctuary. You can do this too. Clearing the weeds isn't about digging up every painful memory or analyzing your past to death. It's about giving your subconscious permission to let go of what's holding you back. The best time to do this? Right before sleep, when your mind is soft, receptive, and ready to release. This brings us to your fourth practice, a simple yet profound ritual called the release flame. The release flame. As you prepare for bed, find a quiet space and sit or lie down comfortably. Take 3 deep breaths, letting your body relax with each exhale. Now, imagine a small, warm flame in the center of your chest, glowing with a soft, amber light. This flame is your inner fire, your power to transform and release. Bring to mind one limiting belief, fear, or emotional weight you're ready to let go of. Maybe it's, I'm not worthy, I'm afraid of failure, or I can't trust others. Don't force it. Just let one feeling or thought rise to the surface. See it as a dark, heavy knot in your chest, sitting in front of the flame. Now, imagine offering that knot to the flame. Watch as the fire gently consumes it, turning the heaviness into light, smoke, and ash. As it burns, say softly in your mind, I release you. You no longer serve me. Feel the warmth of the flame spreading through your body, filling the space where the knot once was with lightness and peace. Repeat this for 1 or 2 more beliefs or emotions if they come up. Don't rush. Let each one dissolve fully in the flame. When you're done, picture the flame growing brighter, filling your entire being with warmth and clarity. As you drift off to sleep, hold this image, trusting that your subconscious is releasing those old patterns and making space for new growth. When you wake, notice how you feel. You might feel lighter, clearer, or even emotional. That's a sign your subconscious is letting go. Do this practice nightly for a week and watch how your inner forest begins to transform. This practice works because it combines visualization, emotion, and intention, speaking directly to your subconscious. Science supports this. Studies from the Journal of Clinical Psychology show that expressive practices like visualizing the release of negative emotions reduce stress and improve mental clarity. The act of burning old beliefs taps into the brain's ability to reprocess emotions, a process called memory reconsolidation. Meanwhile, mystical traditions have long used fire as a symbol of purification. Think of ancient fire ceremonies in Vedic or Native American traditions where flames were used to release the old and welcome the new. Why is this so powerful? Your subconscious holds on to emotional imprints because they're tied to survival. That fear of failure or belief in unworthiness once protected you, maybe by keeping you safe from rejection or risk. But now those same imprints are holding you back from the life you deserve. By releasing them with intention, you're telling your subconscious, I'm safe now. I'm ready for more. Let's revisit Sarah's story. When she started using a practice like the release flame, she visualized letting go of I'm unlovable. She imagined that belief as a heavy stone burning away in her inner fire. Night after night, she felt lighter, as if the weight of her childhood was dissolving. Her dreams began to shift too, less anxiety, more moments of connection and joy. Within weeks, she was no longer pushing people away. Her subconscious had cleared the weeds, making space for love to grow. You're doing the same work. Every time you practice the release flame, you're clearing out the old stories that dim your light. You're not just letting go. You're creating space for confidence, abundance, and purpose to take root. Your subconscious is listening, ready to rewrite the narrative of your life while you sleep. This practice builds on everything you've learned so far. The breath of intention opened the door, the anchor of belief planted new seeds, the dream weaver visualization wove them into your reality, and now the release flame is clearing the way for those seeds to grow. You're not just reprogramming your subconscious, you're transforming it into a garden of possibility. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a riverbed, and your thoughts and emotions are the water that flows through it. The weeds, old beliefs and fears create dams, blocking the flow. By releasing them, you're letting the river run free, carving new paths toward the life you want. Every night as you sleep, your subconscious is ready to help you reshape that riverbed. All it needs is your guidance. Before we move on, pause and feel the power of this moment. You're not just clearing weeds, you're reclaiming your inner forest. Picture it now, a lush, vibrant landscape, free of tangles, bathed in sunlight. That's the space you're creating, not just in your mind, but in your life. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the art of crafting affirmations that stick, powerful statements that reprogram your subconscious with precision and emotion. You'll learn a fifth practice to supercharge your affirmations, making them a beacon for your dreams. Are you ready to keep shaping your reality? Chapter 5: The Art of Crafting Affirmations That Stick. You've cleared the weeds from your subconscious garden, making space for new growth. You've learned to breathe in possibility, anchor empowering beliefs, weave your dreams, and release what no longer serves you. Now, it's time to plant something powerful in that fertile soil. Words that act like seeds, sinking deep into your subconscious to shape your reality. This chapter is about mastering the art of affirmations, those potent statements that can reprogram your mind with precision and emotion. You're not just speaking words, you're crafting a new blueprint for your life. Let's start with a question that might spark a revelation. What if the words you tell yourself are the most powerful force shaping your destiny? Every day you're speaking to your subconscious, whether you realize it or not. The casual thoughts you think, "I'm not good enough, I'll never get ahead," or even, "I'm just not lucky," are like whispers that sink into your mind, becoming truths over time. But what if you could choose different words, words that lift you up, ignite your confidence, and align your reality with your deepest desires? That's the power of affirmations. Affirmations aren't just positive thinking, they're deliberate, emotionally charged statements designed to rewrite the code of your subconscious. When done right, they act like a sculptor's chisel, carving new pathways in your mind. Ancient traditions understood this. In Vedic chants, words were seen as vibrations that could shift reality itself. The Bible speaks of the power of the tongue, saying, "Life and death are in the power of the tongue." Modern science backs this up. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that self-affirming statements can reduce stress, boost confidence, and even improve performance by rewiring neural pathways. Your words aren't just sounds, they're commands to your subconscious. But here's the catch: not all affirmations work. Saying, "I am successful," while feeling doubt is like planting a seed in dry soil. It won't take root. For affirmations to stick, they need three ingredients: clarity, emotion, and belief. Clarity means being specific about what you want. Emotion means feeling the truth of the words. Belief means trusting that your subconscious is listening. Most people miss one or more of these, and their affirmations fall flat. This chapter will show you how to get it right. Let's make this real with a story. Meet James, a man who struggled with self-worth. He'd grown up hearing he was average, and that belief followed him into adulthood, keeping him stuck in a job he hated. He tried affirmations like, "I am successful," but they felt empty, like reciting lines from a script he didn't believe. Then he learned to craft affirmations with precision. Instead of vague positivity, he chose, "I am confidently building a career I love." He paired it with vivid emotion, imagining the joy of waking up excited for work. Night after night, he spoke these words before sleep, and soon his subconscious began to shift. Opportunities appeared, a new job, a mentor, a spark of courage. James wasn't just saying words. He was reprogramming his reality. You can do this too. Your subconscious is always listening, especially in the moments before sleep when your brain slips into that receptive theta state. The words you speak in those moments are like seeds dropped into rich soil, ready to grow while you rest. But crafting affirmations that stick takes intention. Let's break it down. First, clarity. Your affirmation should be specific and positive, focusing on what you want, not what you don't. Instead of, "I'm not afraid," say, "I am bold and fearless." Instead of, "I want to be rich," say, "I attract abundance effortlessly." Make it personal in the present tense, as if it's already true. This tells your subconscious, "This is my reality now." Second, emotion. Your subconscious doesn't just hear words, it feels them. When you say your affirmation, you need to ignite a spark of joy, excitement, or peace. Feel the truth of the words in your body, as if you're already living them. This is why affirmations before sleep are so powerful. Your emotions are raw, unguarded, and ready to sink deep. Third, belief. You don't need to fully believe the affirmation at first. Doubt is normal, but you do need to act as if it's possible. So approach it with curiosity, like a scientist testing a hypothesis. Say to yourself, what if this is true? What if I'm capable of this? That openness creates a crack for the affirmation to slip through, taking root in your subconscious. Now, let's put this into practice with a powerful ritual called the affirmation anchor. This practice combines the clarity, emotion, and belief of affirmations with the pre-sleep state to reprogram your subconscious overnight. The affirmation anchor. Before bed, find a quiet, comfortable space. Hold your anchor from chapter 2, the stone, jewelry, or object you used for the anchor of belief. If you don't have one, choose something small and meaningful now. This anchor will tie your affirmation to a physical sensation, making it more real to your subconscious. Choose one affirmation that resonates with your deepest desire. It could be, I am worthy of love and respect. I create success with ease, or I am at peace with my past. Make it specific, positive, and present tense. Hold your anchor in your hand and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, feeling your body relax. Now, speak your affirmation out loud or in your mind 3 times. Each time, let the words sink deeper, like ripples spreading across a still lake. As you say them, feel the emotion behind them. If your affirmation is, I attract abundance effortlessly, imagine the thrill of receiving unexpected money, the freedom of financial ease. Picture it vividly. Maybe it's a check in your hand, a warm smile on your face, or the sound of laughter as you celebrate. Let that feeling flood your body. As you hold the anchor, imagine it absorbing the energy of your affirmation, glowing with the same emotion. Picture the words carving themselves into the anchor, then sinking into your subconscious like a seed into soil. As you drift off to sleep, keep the affirmation in your mind, repeating it softly until you fade into rest. Trust that your subconscious is planting this seed, weaving it into your reality overnight. When you wake, touch the anchor and say the affirmation once more. Notice how it feels. Does it carry more weight, more truth? Use this practice nightly for at least a week, sticking with the same affirmation to let it take root. Over time, you'll notice shifts, maybe a new sense of confidence, a surprising opportunity, or a lightness in your heart. This practice is powerful because it combines the science of neuroplasticity with the magic of intention. Studies from the Journal of Cognitive Neuroscience show that repeating positive statements with emotion strengthens neural pathways associated with self-belief. The physical anchor adds a tactile element, grounding the affirmation in your body, which makes it more real to your subconscious. Mystical traditions have long used objects like amulets or prayer beads to focus intention, knowing that physical touch amplifies the mind's power. Let's revisit James. When he started using the affirmation anchor, he held a small keychain from his first job, a reminder of his potential. He chose the affirmation, I am confidently building a career I love. Each night, he spoke it with conviction, imagining himself thriving, feeling the pride in his chest. His dreams began to reflect this new reality, scenes of success, moments of courage. Within weeks, he was taking bold steps, like pitching ideas he'd once kept quiet. His subconscious had accepted the new script, and his reality followed. You're crafting your own script now. Every affirmation is a brushstroke on the canvas of your subconscious, painting a life of possibility. You're not just saying words, you're speaking your truth into existence. Your subconscious is listening, ready to align your reality with your words, especially while you sleep. This practice builds on everything you've learned. The breath of intention opened your mind. The anchor of belief planted a seed. The dream weaver visualization wove it into your reality. The release flame cleared the way, and now the affirmation anchor gives you the words to shape your destiny. You're becoming a master programmer of your subconscious, and every night is a chance to refine your craft. Let's tie this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a river, and your affirmations are the current, guiding it toward new horizons. The words you choose, the emotions you feel, the belief you cultivate, they're shaping the flow of your life. You're not just dreaming of a better future, you're creating it, one affirmation at a time. Before we move on, take a moment to feel the power of your words. Picture your affirmation as a glowing thread weaving itself into the fabric of your subconscious. Feel the truth of it, the possibility, the spark of creation. You're not just speaking, you're commanding your reality. In the next chapter, we'll explore the role of emotions in reprogramming your subconscious, how to harness their energy to amplify your transformation. You'll learn a sixth practice to infuse your subconscious with the feelings that fuel your dreams. Are you ready to ignite your inner fire? Chapter 6: The Alchemy of Emotions. You've learned to craft affirmations that sink deep into your subconscious, planting seeds of possibility with precision and power. You're becoming a master of your inner world, shaping your reality with every breath, belief, visualization, and word. But there's a force even more potent than words, a current that flows through every practice you've mastered so far: your emotions. Emotions are the alchemy of your subconscious, transforming thoughts into reality with their raw, vibrant energy. This chapter is about harnessing that energy to supercharge your transformation, turning your dreams into a living, breathing experience. Let's start with a question that might shift your perspective. What if your emotions are the fuel that powers your reality? Not just fleeting feelings, but the invisible force that tells your subconscious what matters most. Every time you feel joy, fear, love, or doubt, you're sending a signal to your subconscious, amplifying the beliefs you hold. Right now, you might be letting old emotions, fear, frustration, or self-doubt steer the ship. But what if you could choose emotions that light you up, emotions that align with the life you want? That's the secret of emotional alchemy. Emotions are more than reactions. They're the language of your subconscious. They're like music, setting the tone of your inner world. When you feel something deeply, your subconscious listens, etching that feeling into the blueprint of your reality. Ancient mystics understood this. In the teachings of Rumi, the Sufi poet, love and joy were seen as divine vibrations, capable of transforming the soul. The ancient Hawaiians practiced Ho'oponopono, a ritual of forgiveness and gratitude, to shift emotions and heal the mind. Modern science confirms this wisdom. Neuroscientists like Dr. Antonio Damasio have shown that emotions guide decision-making and shape memory, wiring your brain to prioritize what you feel most strongly. Think of your subconscious as a painter and your emotions as the colors on its palette. If you're painting with the gray of doubt or the red of anger, your reality will reflect those hues. But if you choose the gold of joy, the blue of peace, or the green of gratitude, your subconscious will create a masterpiece. The best part? You don't have to wait for life to hand you these emotions. You can generate them deliberately, especially before sleep, when your subconscious is most receptive. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Eleanor, a woman who felt trapped in a cycle of anxiety. Her days were filled with worry about money, her career, her future. That anxiety seeped into her subconscious, painting her reality with stress and scarcity. But Elena decided to change the colors on her palette. She started focusing on gratitude and excitement, deliberately cultivating those feelings before bed. Over time, her subconscious responded. She began noticing opportunities she'd overlooked, feeling calmer and making bolder choices. Her reality shifted, not because her circumstances changed overnight, but because she changed the emotional energy she fed her subconscious. You can do this too. Your emotions are a choice, a power you wield. By cultivating positive, empowering emotions, you're not just feeling better, you're reprogramming your mind to create a better reality. Sleep is the perfect time to do this, as your subconscious is open, unguarded, and ready to absorb the emotional energy you offer. This brings us to your sixth practice, a ritual called the emotional elixir. The emotional elixir. As you settle into bed, find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, letting your body melt into relaxation. Now call to mind a moment when you felt truly alive, maybe a time when you were filled with joy, love, or gratitude. It could be a memory of laughing with friends, achieving a goal, or simply feeling at peace in nature. Picture it vividly, the colors, the sounds, the warmth in your chest. Let that feeling grow like a warm light spreading through your body. If no memory comes easily, create one. Imagine a scene where you're living your dream life. Maybe you're standing on a stage, sharing your passion, or sitting in a cozy home, surrounded by love. Feel the emotion as if it's happening now. Let it fill you like a golden elixir pouring into every cell, nourishing your subconscious. Now, pair this emotion with a simple phrase like, I am filled with joy. I am at peace, or I am unstoppable. Repeat this phrase 3 times, letting the emotion amplify each word. As you do, imagine the elixir sinking into your subconscious like water soaking into rich soil. Picture it nourishing the seeds you've planted, your affirmations, your visualizations, your new beliefs. As you drift off to sleep, hold this feeling and phrase in your mind. Trust that your subconscious is drinking in this elixir, using it to paint your reality with vibrant, empowering colors. When you wake, take a moment to recall the feeling. Even if it's faint, know that your subconscious has been working, weaving that emotion into your life. Practice this nightly for a week, and notice how your days begin to reflect the emotions you're cultivating. This practice is powerful because it taps into the emotional language of your subconscious. Science shows that emotions amplify memory and learning. Studies from Stanford University reveal that positive emotions enhance neuroplasticity, making your brain more adaptable to new patterns. By pairing emotion with a phrase, you're creating a neural shortcut, wiring your subconscious to associate that feeling with your new reality. Mystical traditions, like the ecstatic dances of ancient shamans or the gratitude practices of Tibetan monks, used emotion to shift consciousness, knowing it's the key to transformation. Let's revisit Eleanor. When she started using a practice like the emotional elixir, she focused on gratitude. Each night, she recalled a moment when she felt truly thankful. A quiet evening with her family, the warmth of connection. She paired it with the phrase, I am grateful for my abundant life. As she drifted off, she felt that gratitude sinking in, rewiring her subconscious. Her dreams began to reflect this shift, less worry, more moments of ease. Soon she noticed real changes, a promotion at work, a calmer mind, a sense of possibility. Her emotions had become the fuel for her transformation. You're doing the same work. Every night, as you practice the emotional elixir, you're painting your subconscious with the colors of your choosing. You're not just hoping for a better life, you're feeling it, embodying it, creating it. Your emotions are the spark that brings your affirmations and visualizations to life, turning dreams into reality. This practice builds on everything you've learned. The breath of intention opened your mind, the anchor of belief planted a seed, the dream weaver visualization wove it into your reality, the release flame cleared the way, the affirmation anchor gave you words, and now the emotional elixir adds the fuel. You're becoming a master alchemist, transforming the raw material of your subconscious into gold. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a symphony, and your emotions are the music. The notes you play, joy, peace, confidence, shape the melody of your life. By choosing your emotions deliberately, you're composing a masterpiece, one that resonates through your dreams and into your waking reality. Every night is a chance to tune the orchestra of your mind. Before we move on, pause and feel the power of your emotions. Picture that golden elixir flowing through you, lighting up your subconscious. Feel the joy, the peace, the possibility. You're not just feeling, you're creating. You're not just dreaming, you're becoming. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of gratitude as a catalyst for reprogramming your subconscious. You'll learn a 7th practice to amplify your transformation, turning gratitude into a magnet for abundance. Are you ready to keep painting your reality? Chapter 7. The Magnet of Gratitude. You've ignited the alchemy of your emotions, fueling your subconscious with the vibrant energy of joy, peace, and possibility. You're mastering the art of reprogramming your mind, using breath, belief, visualization, release, affirmations, and emotion to shape your reality. Now, it's time to tap into one of the most powerful forces for transformation, gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good sentiment, it's a magnet, drawing abundance, opportunity, and connection into your life. This chapter will show you how to harness gratitude to supercharge your subconscious reprogramming, turning it into a beacon for the life you desire. Let's begin with a provocative idea. What if gratitude is the secret code to unlocking everything you've ever wanted? Not the polite thank you say out of habit, but the deep soul-stirring appreciation that shifts the way you see the world. Gratitude is like a lens, coloring everything you experience. When you cultivate it, your subconscious doesn't just notice, it amplifies the good, rewiring your reality to align with abundance. Most of us spend our days focused on what's missing, but what if you could train your mind to see what's already yours? That's the power of gratitude. Gratitude is a universal principle woven into the fabric of ancient wisdom and modern science. In the teachings of the Dalai Lama, gratitude is a path to inner peace, a way to align with the flow of life. Ancient Egyptian priests offered daily prayers of thanks to the gods, believing gratitude opened the door to divine blessings. Today, science backs this up. Studies from the University of California, Davis by Dr. Robert Emmons show that practicing gratitude increases happiness, reduces stress, and even improves physical health by rewiring the brain's reward system. When you feel gratitude, your subconscious strengthens neural pathways associated with positivity, making it easier to notice opportunities and possibilities. Think of your subconscious as a gardener, tending the soil of your reality. Without gratitude is like watering only the weeds, focusing on lack, fear, or frustration. But when you pour gratitude into that soil, you nourish the seeds of abundance, confidence, and joy. Gratitude tells your subconscious, this is what I want more of. And because your subconscious is always listening, it responds, drawing more of those experiences into your life. The best time to do this? Before sleep, when your mind is open and ready to soak up this powerful energy. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Liam, a man who felt stuck in a cycle of scarcity. He was always chasing the next goal, more money, a better job, a happier life, but nothing seemed enough. His subconscious was programmed to focus on what he didn't have. Then Liam started practicing gratitude. Every night, he reflected on 3 things he was thankful for. No matter how small, he felt the warmth of those moments, letting them sink into his mind. Over time, his perspective shifted. He noticed opportunities he'd overlooked, a new project at work, a kind gesture from a stranger. His reality began to reflect abundance, not because his circumstances changed instantly, but because his subconscious was tuned to see the good. You can do this too. Gratitude is a choice, a muscle you can strengthen. It doesn't require perfection or a perfect life, just a willingness to notice what's already working. By cultivating gratitude before sleep, you're programming your subconscious to seek out more of what lights you up. This brings us to your 7th practice, a simple yet transformative ritual called the gratitude glow. The gratitude glow. As you lie in bed, ready to sleep, close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths, letting your body relax. Now, bring to mind 3 things from your day that you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the warmth of your morning coffee, a kind word from a friend, or the feeling of your breath moving freely. Picture each moment clearly, as if you're reliving it. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the warmth in your heart. For each thing, say softly in your mind, I am grateful for this. Let the feeling of gratitude grow like a soft golden glow in your chest. Imagine this glow spreading through your body, filling every cell with warmth and light. As it spreads, picture it sinking into your subconscious like sunlight nourishing a garden. Feel the joy, the peace, the abundance of this moment. Now imagine this glow expanding beyond you, touching the people, places, and possibilities in your life. See it attracting more moments like the ones you're grateful for, more connection, more ease, more opportunity. As you drift off to sleep, hold this glow in your mind, trusting that your subconscious is absorbing it, programming your reality for abundance. When you wake, take a moment to recall the feeling of gratitude. Even if it's faint, know that your subconscious has been working, amplifying the good in your life. Practice this nightly for a week and notice how your days begin to feel richer, fuller, more alive. This practice works because it leverages the power of gratitude to rewire your subconscious. Science shows that gratitude activates the brain's prefrontal cortex, enhancing focus and optimism. Studies from the Greater Good Science Center reveal that grateful people are more likely to notice opportunities and make positive choices as their subconscious is primed to seek abundance. Mystical traditions like the Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono or the gratitude rituals of Native American tribes used appreciation to align with the flow of life, knowing it's a magnet for blessings. Let's revisit Liam. When he started the gratitude glow, he focused on small moments. A sunny day, a good conversation, a moment of calm. Each night, he let those feelings sink in, picturing his life glowing with possibility. His dreams began to reflect this shift. Less stress, more images of success and connection. Soon he was taking bold steps like asking for a raise or reconnecting with old friends. His subconscious had learned to seek abundance, and his reality followed. You're doing the same work. Every night, as you practice the gratitude glow, you're tuning your subconscious to the frequency of abundance. You're not just saying thank you. You're telling your mind to find more reasons to be thankful. You're not just appreciating, you're attracting. This practice builds on everything you've learned. The breath of intention opened your mind, the anchor of belief planted a seed, the dream weaver visualization wove it into reality, the release flame cleared the way, the affirmation anchor gave you words, the emotional elixir added fuel, and now the gratitude glow amplifies it all. You're becoming a magnet for the life you desire, drawing it closer with every grateful thought. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a compass, and gratitude is the North Star, guiding it toward what matters most. The more you cultivate gratitude, the more your subconscious seeks out experiences that match it. Every night is a chance to recalibrate that compass, pointing it toward abundance, joy, and possibility. Before we move on, pause and feel the power of gratitude. Picture that golden glow spreading through you, lighting up your subconscious. Feel the warmth, the ease, the knowing that you're drawing your dreams closer. You're not just grateful, you're unstoppable. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to protect your subconscious from negative influences, creating a shield to keep your inner garden thriving. You'll learn an eighth practice to fortify your mind, ensuring your transformation stays strong. Are you ready to guard your inner world? Chapter 8, Shielding Your Subconscious Sanctuary. You've cultivated a glowing garden in your subconscious, planting seeds of possibility, nourishing them with affirmations, emotions, and gratitude. You're becoming a master creator, shaping your reality with every breath, visualization, and grateful thought. But even the most vibrant garden needs protection from storms, negative influences, doubts, and external noise that can creep into your mind and disrupt your progress. This chapter is about building a shield around your subconscious sanctuary, ensuring your inner world stays strong and aligned with your vision. You're not just creating, you're defending your right to thrive. Let's start with a question that might jolt you awake. What if the greatest threat to your transformation isn't failure, but the unnoticed influences shaping your subconscious every day? Your mind is like a sponge, constantly absorbing the words, images, and energies around you. The news you watch, the conversations you have, the social media you scroll through, they all leave imprints, often without you realizing it. If you're not careful, these external forces can plant weeds in your carefully tended garden, pulling you back into old patterns of fear or lack. But you have the power to protect your mind, to choose what enters and what stays out. Think of your subconscious as a sacred temple, a place where your dreams and beliefs are forged. In ancient traditions, temples were guarded fiercely. Only the pure, the intentional, the sacred were allowed inside. The Essenes, an ancient spiritual community, practiced rituals to cleanse their minds of negativity, believing that purity of thought was key to divine connection. Modern science supports this. Psychologists like Dr. Rick Hanson, author of Hardwiring Happiness, explain that the brain has a negativity bias, wired to focus on threats and negative input as a survival mechanism. This means your subconscious is naturally more receptive to fear, criticism, or doubt unless you deliberately counteract it. Here's the good news: you can train your subconscious to filter out what doesn't serve you. By setting boundaries and choosing your influences wisely, you create a shield that protects your inner sanctuary. This isn't about ignoring reality or living in a bubble, it's about being selective, like a gatekeeper who only lets in what aligns with your vision. The most powerful time to strengthen this shield before sleep, when your subconscious is most open to programming and most vulnerable to external noise. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Aisha, a woman who dreamed of starting her own business but was constantly derailed by negativity. Her social media feed was filled with fear-mongering news. Her co-workers gossiped about failure, and her own doubts amplified the noise. Her subconscious was absorbing this chaos, making her feel stuck. Then Aisha decided to protect her mind. She limited her exposure to negative media, surrounded herself with uplifting voices, and created a nightly ritual to reinforce her inner strength. Slowly, her confidence grew, her ideas flourished, and her business took shape. Aisha didn't just shield her subconscious, she empowered it to thrive. You can do this too. Protecting your subconscious is about choice, choosing what you let in and what you keep out. It's about creating a sanctuary where your dreams can grow without interference. This brings us to your 8th practice, a ritual called the Guardian Shield. The Guardian Shield. As you prepare for bed, find a quiet space and sit or lie down comfortably. Take 3 deep breaths, letting your body relax with each exhale. Now, imagine a shimmering shield of light surrounding you like a glowing sphere. This shield is your subconscious sanctuary, strong and radiant, protecting your inner world from negativity. Picture this shield glowing brighter with each breath, infused with the energy of your intentions, confidence, peace, abundance. See it as impenetrable, allowing only thoughts, emotions, and influences that align with your vision to pass through. Now, reflect on your day. Notice any negative influences you encountered, maybe a stressful conversation, a discouraging news story, or a moment of self-doubt. Imagine these influences as dark clouds approaching your shield. Watch as the shield repels them, dissolving them into nothingness before they can enter. Say softly in your mind, only what serves my highest good enters here. Feel the strength of your shield, the power of your choice. Now, invite in something positive. Picture a golden light, representing an uplifting thought, a kind word, or one of your affirmations passing easily through the shield, filling your sanctuary with warmth. Let this light sink into your subconscious, reinforcing your dreams. As you drift off to sleep, hold the image of your shield, trusting that it's protecting your mind, keeping your garden vibrant and strong. When you wake, take a moment to visualize your shield again, reinforcing its presence. Throughout the day, be mindful of what you let near your mind. Choose conversations, media, and environments that uplift you. Practice this nightly for a week and notice how your inner world feels clearer, stronger, more aligned. This practice works because it trains your subconscious to filter input deliberately. Science shows that selective attention, choosing what to focus on, rewires the brain to prioritize positive stimuli. Studies from the University of Wisconsin suggest that mindfulness practices like visualizing a protective barrier reduce the impact of negative emotions and strengthen mental resilience. Ancient traditions like the Buddhist practice of metta, loving kindness, or the protective rituals of Celtic druids used similar visualizations to shield the mind from harm, knowing that intention is a powerful gatekeeper. Let's revisit Aisha. When she started using a practice like the Guardian Shield, she visualized a silver sphere around her, repelling negativity like a force field. Each night, she let go of the day's doubts and invited in thoughts of possibility. Her dreams began to reflect this shift, less chaos, more clarity. Soon, she was making bold decisions like pitching her business idea to investors. Because her subconscious was no longer clouded by fear, her shield had become her strength. You're building that strength now. Every night, as you practice the Guardian Shield, you're fortifying your subconscious against negativity. You're not just protecting your mind, you're empowering it to focus on what lifts you up. You're choosing the colors of your reality, the notes of your symphony, the seeds in your garden. This practice builds on everything you've learned. The breath of intention opened your mind, the anchor of belief planted a seed, the dream weaver visualization wove it into reality. The release flame cleared the way, the affirmation anchor gave you words, the emotional elixir added fuel, the gratitude glow amplified abundance, and now the Guardian Shield protects it all. You're not just reprogramming your subconscious. You're creating a fortress of possibility. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a sacred fire burning brightly with your dreams and intentions. The world will always bring wind and rain, doubt, criticism, fear, but your shield keeps that fire alive. By choosing what enters your mind, you're ensuring that your subconscious burns with purpose, lighting the path to your desired reality. Every night is a chance to strengthen that shield, to guard your inner world. Before we move on, pause and feel the power of your shield. Picture it glowing around you, strong and radiant, protecting your dreams. Feel the confidence, the clarity, the knowing that you control what shapes your reality. You're not just guarding, you're thriving. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to amplify your subconscious reprogramming by connecting with your intuition, the inner compass that guides your transformation. You'll learn a ninth practice to tap into this wisdom, aligning your mind with your deepest truth. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice? Chapter 9, The Compass of Your Intuition. You've built a fortress around your subconscious, shielding it from negativity while nourishing it with intention, belief, emotion, gratitude, and powerful affirmations. You're not just reprogramming your mind, you're crafting a reality that reflects your deepest desires. Now it's time to tap into a force that can guide this transformation with uncanny precision, your intuition. Intuition is like a compass, a quiet inner voice that knows your truth even when your conscious mind doubts. This chapter will show you how to connect with that compass, aligning your subconscious with the wisdom that leads to your highest path. Let's start with a question that might stir your soul. What if you already have all the answers you need buried deep within you? What if there's a part of you that sees beyond logic, beyond fear, beyond the noise of the world, a part that knows exactly who you are and what you're meant to do? That part is your intuition, a direct line to your subconscious and, some say, to the universe itself. When you learn to listen to it, you unlock a guidance system that can steer your transformation with clarity and grace. Intuition is like a whisper from your subconscious, speaking in feelings, hunches, and sudden insights. It's the gut feeling that tells you to take a chance, the quiet nudge that warns you to pause, or the spark of inspiration that feels like it came from nowhere. Ancient wisdom has always revered intuition. The Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece was believed to channel divine guidance, helping leaders make decisions through intuitive insight. In Taoism, the concept of wu wei, acting in harmony with the flow of life, relies on trusting your inner knowing. Modern science is catching up. Neuroscientists like Dr. Antonio Damasio have shown that intuition is a form of unconscious pattern recognition, where your brain processes information faster than your conscious mind can articulate. Think of your subconscious as a vast ocean, and your intuition as a compass guiding you across its waves. Without it, you might drift, swayed by external noise or old fears. But with it, you can navigate toward your dreams with confidence, even when the path isn't clear. Your intuition is always speaking. It's just a matter of learning to listen. And the best time to do this: before sleep, when your conscious mind quiets and your subconscious opens its doors to deeper wisdom. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Priya, a woman who felt lost in her career. She had a stable job but no passion, and her logical mind told her to stay safe. Yet, deep down, she felt a pull towards something creative. Writing. She ignored it for years, dismissing it as impractical. Then Priya started listening to her intuition. Each night she tuned into her inner voice, asking what she truly wanted. Slowly the answers came, flashes of inspiration, dreams of sharing her stories. She began writing and opportunities followed. A blog, a workshop, a book deal. Her intuition had guided her subconscious to align with her true path, transforming her reality. You can do this too. Your intuition is your inner compass, ready to guide your subconscious toward what's true for you. By connecting with it before sleep, you're tapping into a state where your mind is most receptive, allowing your intuition to steer your transformation. This brings us to your ninth practice, a ritual called the intuitive whisper. The intuitive whisper. As you lie in bed, ready to sleep, close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths, letting your body soften. Imagine yourself in a quiet, sacred space, a forest clearing, a starry sky, or a still lake. This is your inner sanctuary where your intuition speaks clearly. Picture a soft, glowing light at the center of your chest, representing your inner wisdom. Now, ask a simple question in your mind. What is my next step? Or what does my heart want? Don't force an answer. Just let the question float like a leaf on water. Notice any feelings, images, or words that arise. It might be a subtle sensation, a sudden idea, or even silence. That's okay. Trust that your intuition is responding even if it's not in words. As you focus on the glowing light in your chest, say softly, "I trust my inner wisdom. I am guided to my highest path." Feel these words sinking into your subconscious like a gentle wave lapping at the shore. Imagine the light growing brighter, connecting you to your deepest truth. As you drift off to sleep, hold this question and the feeling of trust in your mind. Let go of needing an immediate answer, knowing your subconscious is processing it, weaving insights into your dreams. When you wake, take a moment to notice any feelings, ideas, or dreams that feel significant. Write them down if you can. They're messages from your intuition. Practice this nightly for a week and watch how your inner guidance becomes clearer, stronger, more present. This practice works because it taps into the theta brainwave state before sleep when your subconscious is most open to intuitive insights. Science shows that intuition often arises in relaxed states, where the brain's default mode network integrates information from past experiences. Studies from the Max Planck Institute suggest that intuitive decisions are often as accurate as logical ones, especially when guided by a calm mind. Mystical traditions, like the meditative practices of Zen monks or the dream incubation rituals of ancient Egyptians, used similar techniques to access inner wisdom, knowing that silence and trust open the door to truth. Let's revisit Priya. When she started using a practice like the intuitive whisper, she asked, "What is my true calling?" Each night, she let the question sink into her subconscious, trusting the answers would come. Her dreams began to show her writing, sharing stories, connecting with others. Those insights gave her the courage to start, and her subconscious aligned with her intuition, guiding her toward a life of purpose. You're doing the same work. Every night, as you practice the intuitive whisper, you're tuning into your inner compass, letting it guide your subconscious toward your truth. You're not just guessing, you're listening. You're not just dreaming, you're discovering. This practice builds on everything you've learned. The breath of intention opened your mind, the anchor of belief planted a seed, the dream weaver visualization wove it into reality, the release flame cleared the way, the affirmation anchor gave you words, the emotional elixir added fuel, the gratitude glow amplified abundance, the guardian shield protected your mind, and now the intuitive whisper guides it. You're not just reprogramming your subconscious, you're aligning it with your deepest wisdom. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a ship sailing toward your dreams, and your intuition is the compass, pointing the way through uncharted waters. By listening to it, you're ensuring that every choice, every belief, every emotion aligns with your highest path. Every night is a chance to check that compass, to steer your reality toward what's true for you. Before we move on, pause and feel the power of your intuition. Picture that glowing light in your chest, guiding you with quiet certainty. Feel the trust, the clarity, the knowing that you're on the right path. You're not just navigating, you're thriving. In the next chapter, we'll bring it all together, creating a nightly ritual that combines all your practices into a powerful system for transformation. You'll learn a 10th practice to seal your subconscious reprogramming, ensuring your reality reflects your deepest desires. Are you ready to become the architect of your destiny? Chapter 10, The Architect of Your Destiny. You've journeyed deep into the ocean of your subconscious, mastering the tools to shape your reality. Breath, belief, visualization, release, affirmations, emotions, gratitude, protection, and intuition. Each practice has been a brushstroke, painting a new vision for your life. Now it's time to bring it all together, to create a nightly ritual that seals your transformation and cements your role as the architect of your destiny. And this chapter is about uniting these practices into a powerful system, ensuring your subconscious works tirelessly while you sleep to manifest the life you're meant to live. Let's start with a bold truth. You are not a passenger in your life, you are the creator. Every thought, every emotion, every intention you've cultivated in this journey is a blueprint for your reality. Your subconscious is like a master builder ready to construct the life you design. But like any great architect, you need a plan, a deliberate, consistent practice that aligns all your tools into a single transformative ritual. This chapter gives you that plan, a nightly ritual that turns your sleep into a workshop for your dreams. Ancient wisdom has always recognized the power of ritual. The alchemists of the Middle Ages saw their work as a sacred process, combining elements to create something greater than the sum of its parts. In indigenous traditions, nightly ceremonies were used to align the mind with the spirit world, ensuring dreams carried messages of guidance. Modern science supports this. Neuroscientists like Dr. Andrew Huberman emphasize that consistent rituals before sleep enhance neuroplasticity, helping the brain rewire itself based on intentional input. Your subconscious thrives on repetition and structure, and a nightly ritual is the perfect way to harness its power. Think of your subconscious as a cathedral under construction. Each practice you've learned is a piece of the foundation. Breath lays the groundwork, belief sets the pillars, visualization shapes the arches, release clears the debris, affirmations carve the details, emotions paint the walls, gratitude adds the light, protection builds the walls, and intuition guides the design. Now, you're ready to combine these into a single sacred ritual that transforms your sleep into an act of creation. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Daniel, a man who felt adrift in life, unsure of his purpose. He had dreams but no direction, and his days felt like a blur of routine. Then he started combining the practices you've learned into a nightly ritual. Each night, he set intentions, released doubts, affirmed his worth, and trusted his intuition. His sleep became a space of transformation, his dreams a canvas for possibility. Over months, Daniel found clarity. He launched a passion project, connected with like-minded people, and felt alive in a way he hadn't before. His subconscious had become his ally, building the life he envisioned. You can do this too. Your subconscious is ready to work for you, especially during sleep when it's free from the noise of the day. By combining your practices into a nightly ritual, you're giving your subconscious a clear blueprint to follow. This brings us to your 10th practice, a comprehensive ritual called the Destiny Blueprint. The Destiny Blueprint. As you prepare for bed, find a quiet, comfortable space. Dim the lights, settle into your bed, and take a moment to center yourself. This ritual combines all 9 practices into a seamless flow, taking about 5-10 minutes. If you're short on time, you can adapt it, but aim to include each step for maximum impact. Breath of intention. Take 3 deep breaths, imagining a golden light filling your chest. With each exhale, release tension and say in your mind, I am open to my transformation. Release flame. Picture a warm flame in your chest. Bring to mind one limiting belief or emotion, see it as a dark knot, and let the flame dissolve it. Say, I release what no longer serves me. Anchor of belief. Hold your anchor, the object from chapter 2. Choose a belief like, I am worthy of my dreams, and repeat it 3 times, feeling it sink into your subconscious. Affirmation. Anchor. Choose an affirmation like, I create my reality with ease. Speak it 3 times, holding your anchor and feel the emotion behind it. Joy, confidence, peace. Emotional elixir. Recall a moment of joy or imagine your dream life. Let the feeling flood your body like a golden elixir and pair it with a phrase like, I am unstoppable. And gratitude. Glow. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for today. Picture them vividly. Feel the warmth in your chest and say, I am grateful for this abundance. Guardian shield. Imagine a shimmering shield around you, repelling negativity. Say, only what serves my highest good enters here. Invite in a positive thought or affirmation. Intuitive whisper. Ask, what is my next step? Picture a glowing light in your chest, representing your intuition. Say, I trust my inner wisdom, and let the question float. Dream weaver. Visualization. Picture a glowing loom in a moonlit meadow. Thread a golden strand, your dream or affirmation, into it, seeing it weave into your reality. As you complete these steps, feel each one building on the last, like layers of a masterpiece. Picture your subconscious as a cathedral glowing with the light of your intentions. As you drift off to sleep, hold this image, trusting that your subconscious is working, building your reality while you rest. When you wake, take a moment to recall any dreams, feelings, or insights. Touch your anchor and repeat your affirmation once to anchor the ritual in your waking life. Practice this nightly for at least a week, and notice how your days begin to reflect the blueprint you're creating. This ritual is powerful because it combines all the elements your subconscious responds to. intention, release, belief, words, emotion, gratitude, protection, intuition, and visualization. Science shows that consistent pre-sleep rituals enhance memory consolidation and emotional processing, as seen in studies from the University of California, Berkeley. Ancient traditions, like the nightly prayers of mystics or the dream ceremonies of shamans, used similar rituals to align the mind with higher truths. You're tapping into a universal principle, creating a sacred space for transformation. Let's revisit Daniel. When he started the Destiny Blueprint, he combined each practice into a nightly flow. He released doubts, affirmed his purpose, felt gratitude, and trusted his intuition. His dreams became vivid, filled with images of success and clarity. Within months, he was living a life aligned with his vision, not because the world changed, but because he changed his subconscious blueprint. You're doing the same work. Every night, as you practice the Destiny Blueprint, you're designing your reality with intention and precision. You're not just sleeping, you're creating. You're not just dreaming, you're becoming the architect of your destiny. This ritual is the culmination of your journey. Each practice you've learned has built toward this moment, giving you the tools to master your subconscious. The breath of intention opened the door, the anchor of belief planted a seed, the dream weaver wove it, the release flame cleared the way, the affirmation anchor gave words, the emotional elixir added fuel, the gratitude glow amplified abundance. The guardian shield protected your mind, the intuitive whisper guided it, and now the Destiny Blueprint unites them all. You're not just reprogramming, you're transforming. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. Your subconscious is like a canvas, and you're the artist, painting with every thought, emotion, and intention. The Destiny Blueprint is your masterpiece, a nightly act of creation that shapes your reality. Every sleep is a chance to refine this work, to build a life that reflects your deepest truth. Before we close, pause and feel the power of this moment. Picture your cathedral glowing with the light of your dreams. Feel the strength, the clarity, the knowing that you are the architect of your destiny. You're not just living, you're creating. As we end this journey, I invite you to make a commitment to yourself, to your dreams, to the life you're building. Keep practicing the Destiny Blueprint and let it guide you toward your highest potential. Share this with someone who needs it, not just to spread the word, but to declare your own transformation. Subscribe to this journey, not for me, but for you, to remind yourself that you're on this path. Your reality is waiting, and you hold the tools to shape it. Are you ready to keep building?